Hello, and thank you for joining me. So I'm really excited about the Growler XL. I just got this out of the mailbox, and let's get right into it. Oh, and quickly before I forget, this was in the box that the knife was shipped in. So you get a really nice cleaning cloth from Divo Knives and stickers. So shout out to Divo Knives for providing some goodies. But as soon as this dropped on White Mountain Knives, I picked it up. And if you guys are interested in this knife after this video, I will leave a link down below where you can not only get this knife, but get 10% off using discount code Nathan's Knives for 10% off at checkout. So definitely go check out White Mountain Knives. I love their stuff. But again, really excited about this. And you do get an extra clip. Well, that's really nice. And extra hardware for the clip. So that's really cool. Get a cleaning cloth or microfiber cloth. So I definitely get a lot of goodies. And this thing is massive. I knew it was going to be big. Obviously, it's in the name, XL. But this is exactly what I was hoping for. This thing is a beast. And I honestly can't believe these are 160 or 165, 160 or 170, around there. But for titanium and a 154 cm steel blade for an XL, that's crazy good. And with the discount code, you can get it for, I can't do math right now, 140 something, but big knife. I gotta say, they did an XL the way you're supposed to do it. Man, I'm so excited. I'm about to drop this knife, but let's check it out opened up because I can't, because I am just too excited, but there it is. Huge knife. Now I got the regular sized growler. I put him right here because I knew I was going to put him in the video for comparison, but you can see, I mean, I gotta say the XL makes the regular look like the mini, but I do have the mini right next to me. So there's the mini compared to the standard size. So very large. And I love that Colin and Kevin went this route. They went big, they weren't shy about it, and I couldn't be happier. But yeah, this thing is sweet. And quickly before I do some more comparisons, I want to mention that this is the titanium version. They do have other versions with, I want to say, fat carbon and camo carbon. And there is a G10 version, which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were sold out. But if the G10 is still up there, I think I'm going to pick one up because I'll be able to customize that one too. But this one for sure will be getting customized. Love the Growler. It's one of my favorite Divo knives. I think it's awesome. But before we get into all the details, again, quickly, just give you a size comparison. Here is the mini compared to it. So very tiny. And I love that they did the jimping all the way across. But let's see it compared to the standard or regular size. So there it is. So definitely bigger. It's an XL. So again, they definitely committed to it. I'm not that big of a fan of larger knives, of knives that I love, but I'm always a fan of mini versions of knives that I love. However, for the price and what you're getting, I just had to get it. It was a no-brainer for me. And I just realized they give you a titanium pocket clip, and this is a wire clip, so you get options too. I was not expecting that. I'm kind of glad they did this because I'm not a fan of wire clips. So, again, Kevin and Colin, thank you so much for that option because this is sweet. And I need to learn how to make these kind of pocket clips for wire clip replacements on my custom knives. But love the stone wash. This is titanium. So full construction titanium. It is a nested liner, which is nice for lefties out there, right? I mean, Kevin is a lefty, so makes sense of why he did it this way. But I love the size. I love the stonewash. That's beautiful. You do get a bit of color, so you get a pivot collar, and I highly doubt it's titanium. I think it's aluminum. Again, the price point is kind of telling me that. And a gold backspacer. So a splash of color on this. It's nice that they provide you with that little plastic piece down there. I'm going to get rid of it. See if I can poke it out. There we go. But I like that they do those little details when shipping, because if you are a lefty, when you remove the clip, you're not going to be left with that little scratch or scar on what a lefty would call their show side scale. So really, really thoughtful. Thank you for that, guys. Looks like T8 hardware all the way around, even on the pocket clip, so that's really nice. Okay, so let's check out the action. Oh yeah, for its size, that's really nice. The acoustics are really nice too. Hits hard. Makes a lot of sound. A nice solid thwack when it fires open. I'd say the detent is perfect on this. Even when it's, I highly doubt the camera's going to pick it up, but even when you fire it out, there's a nice metallic-y sound to it from those bearings, which is really nice. Access to the nested liner is amazing, just like the other standard models, or the other models I just showed you. Drop shot is great, and that's, I'd say, is because of how large that blade is. I love that stonewash. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, big fan of the Growler. If they keep making these models, I'm just going to keep picking them up because I love them so much. But great action. Access to the liner is amazing. The hole is excellent. It's not too big where your finger gets, I guess stuck in there, because there's some large knives with holes in them where your finger gets stuck and it doesn't feel good. But excellent size on the hole for deployment. And I mentioned earlier the jimping on the top, but I love that it is all the way across, and it's aggressive. Like, it really bites into the skin of your thumb in a good way. Yeah, that's a real nice pinch grip. Excellent, because again, it goes all the way. Feels really, really good. And because that jimping is so grippy, even on the other models here, you can actually front flip this thing. And I know it doesn't look like it, but it works really, really well, even though I just messed up. But yeah, since it's grippy, fires right out. Let's see what else. Ergos. Ergos are excellent on the standard and mini. So the XL is, yeah, just as good. Choking up, excellent. And the neutral design for the handle is excellent when you're just gripping it normally. But when you choke up, because that front finger choil is so generous, I mean, you can just comfortably fit in there and get really close to that cutting edge for those finer cuts. But if you have large hands, I'd say I have medium to large, more on the medium size. But, I mean, look at all that room. Just regular grip, you can fit, what, 1.5, maybe 2 more fingers. And when you choke up, yeah, it's safe to say if you have large hands, this XL Growler is going to fit just fine. And it is riding on bearings. So we have 154 cm steel blade, or a 154 cm steel blade. Again, love the stonewash. I think Divo Knives does a beautiful job on their stonewash. That's why I picked up all the versions with the stonewash. But that's a lot of titanium. Again, for $165 with discount code, $140 basically. And again, I will leave the link down below for you guys to pick it up if they're still available. I hope they are. But yeah, I knew I was gonna love this knife, but it definitely met my expectations, exceeded them honestly. But love this thing. And I'm really curious since this is an XL, hold on a sec. I'm going to grab some more knives real quick. All right, so I grabbed all of my, I guess my biggest knives in my collection. I guess we'll work our way up. So here is the Goliath from Concept. Very, very large knife. And as you guys can see, I mean, the growler's basically, okay, it's a hair smaller. I know the angle from the camera looks weird, but let me see if I can hold it up for you guys. So butt to butt. So almost as big as the Goliath. That's insane. And it looks about to be maybe a little bit thinner. Let's see here. Yeah, so definitely thinner. So almost as big as the Goliath, but thinner. But it is contoured. I forgot to mention that these are contoured scales. I think that's one of the main keys of why it fits so good in hand. So there's the Goliath. And let's see here. The 4 Max, one of my favorite cold steels, other than the 8010, but that's a big knife as well. Here, let's go underneath. So there is that. Wow, that's great. It's almost as big as the 4 Max. I'd say maybe a 1/4 inch shorter, maybe an 1/8 inch. But yeah, big knife. So let's go next step up. This is the Max Ace Vortex, I think. Yeah, Vortex S. I'll be customizing this soon, but it's a huge, huge knife. Definitely bigger than the Growler. So I'd say about, what, 2 inches bigger, but still very, very big when it comes to the Growler. And just for fun, I'll put up the Talwar. I think this is the XL Talwar. Huge knife. Clearly it's bigger, but I really wanted to compare it to these other big knives. So yeah, probably 3.5 inches bigger. Love the Talwar. I have the mini version, I guess you'd call it, or the medium, but I'll be customizing that too. And speaking of customizing, this will definitely get anodized. And I'll probably make some custom pivot collars and a backspacer because I want to anodize the titanium purple because I think it'll go really, really well with that dark washed blade. I love black and purple, so I think this is asking for it. So I'm definitely going to do that. And more than likely, after I anodize everything, not more than likely, I will definitely be doing a custom show side scale for this. And same with these other knives, or the standard and the mini version. Those will be customized as well. But so glad I picked this up. And I gotta say, the coolest thing about it is the fact that they give you the option of this titanium clip, or you can replace it with a wire clip. So really awesome. Kevin, Colin, if you guys are watching this, you guys nailed it. I think this is perfection. Love this thing. Awesome. And it's really light for its size. For an XL, it's insanely light. Let me grab a scale. Here's the scale. I don't want to make the video too long. You guys have lives. I don't want to bore you guys to death, but see how much this thing weighs. So 6.63 ounces. I think that's very light for its size. And just to compare the Goliath, or sorry, the Leviathan, that's the name of this knife from Concept. So as you can see right there, 9.66 ounces. And again, this knife is just a hair bigger than the Growler XL. So huge, huge difference. And I didn't even check, but I'm going to look at the internals really quick. And I'd safe to say, yeah, so as you guys can see right there, heavily milled underneath. So it can get you to that lighter weight. But there is the Growler XL from Divo Knives. Again, I think they nailed it. And I'm glad they decided to make this. And let's check centering really quick. perfectly centered. Forgot to mention that, or even look. Man, the lighting won't let me. So perfectly centered. Detent's perfect. There's no blade lash, or there's no hiccups here. And that detent, as I mentioned earlier, is perfect. But really got excited when I saw this in the mailbox. So had to share it with you guys. Again, if you guys are interested, link down below. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support. And I will see you guys on the next one.